And when you take on the responsibility, a great hour will come.
It's just goofy. This movie is very unserious. Hello munchkins, magandang umaga o magandang gabi depending on what time you're watching this video. My name is Monica and welcome to my channel. Alright guys, so today we are watching Madam Web. I know a bunch of you guys have been asking me about this movie ever since it came to the cinemas a couple of months ago? Weeks ago now. See, this is what threw me because I'm quite late on this as it seems. Of course, I can't cover things on my channel until they come to some sort of streaming, and I was keeping my eye on the Disney updates. However, and they've been doing this with a couple of movies recently and it keeps throwing me, it's been on Amazon Prime now for like 2.5 weeks. So I'm a bit late, I do apologize. I literally discovered that this was on Prime like 2 days ago, which is unfortunate. But here we are. I have a lot to say. If you follow me on my Letterboxd account, you already know my general view of this movie. But again, it only came out really recently. It came out on Valentine's Day, which is not even a month and a half ago. So like they're being very, very quick on this, bringing it to Prime. I know you have to buy it or rent it, but it's probably because it bombed at the box office, so they're trying to make money out of it a different way, which I guess is the financially smart decision to make. But it just threw me and threw my schedule a little bit, but it's fine, we're here now. Now, if you didn't already know, I have made multiple Marvel and DC things. I've of course made a playlist, which I put above right now. I know a bunch of you guys are wondering why I haven't covered the new X-Men cartoon, and in all honesty, it's because the internet has not really been talking about it, so I just didn't think anybody cared. And I haven't even gotten around to watching it in my own time. But if you're already a subscriber of mine, you will know that I try to theme my outfits based on what I'm watching in my videos. And of course, we're going for black and red. There is actually a black top under here. When I chose this blouse to wear, I thought it was a button down, so I could have worn it as like kind of like a jacket over the black top that I've got underneath, but I did not realize that it literally closes here. So it's fine, you don't see the black, but it's there. But I think red is the most prominent, important color with this theme anyway, so I think we're fine. I don't have any Spider-Man merch, unfortunately, but she does kind of travel through time, so I thought let me whip out for our Marvel themed necklace today, the Eye of Agamotto. I think that's the most appropriate necklace to be wearing today. But without further ado, let's just get on to watching Madam Web. So as I said, we do have to buy or rent. There is an option to rent actually, but there's only like a £4 difference. I'm thinking if I buy it, will it literally be coming to Disney in like 2 months? I'm gonna rent it. I think that is the financially smart decision for me. Can I just say one thing though? I love Dakota Johnson. I think there's like polarizing views on her and her acting, but I just love her, man. I find her so funny. And like all her interviews, whenever you see her just like being her, I just find her hilarious. I don't know, I love her. Let's just go, because I was initially very excited to watch this in the cinema because it looked kind of bad. And I'm kind of here for it. Also, it is under Sony still, but also under Disney? Or Marvel? Disney? I'm actually confused about what the rules are here. Do you guys think it will go on Disney Plus? It'll be somewhere that like you don't have to pay for, you know, like eventually. I wonder about Disney. In association with Marvel. Okay. Oh, by the way, I've seen this movie. I went to see it in the cinema on Valentine's Day, the day that it came to the cinemas. I had to watch it. I always watch Marvel movies in the cinema because there's no avoiding spoilers on social media, and I'd rather it not be spoiled for me in any way. So this is going to be a second time viewing experience, but I do try to stay away from any other clips and stuff within this time so that the second time I see a clip will be with you guys for this video. If you want to know my thoughts straight off the bat from the first time watching, it'll be on my Letterboxd account. This casting is superb, by the way. She looks so much like Dakota Johnson.
These little spiders have the potential to cure hundreds of diseases.
Okay, so I've seen Morbius. Where would you guys rate that in comparison to this movie? I already know what I'm gonna call this video because I saw this review on Letterboxd and I thought it's perfect. So I already know I'm gonna call it. It is the spiritual successor to Catwoman because it's kind of giving It's kind of giving camp. Like, it's gonna get a cult following because it's bad, but in like a hilarious way. And I'll tell you straight off the bat, guys, I kind of love this movie. Is it good? No, absolutely not. But I kind of love it because it's because it's so bad. Oh, this sucks, dude.
Something so small, you have so much power.
Oh, headshot.
We could help so many people.
Not interested in helping people. Give me the spider. You could just walk away.
God, you shot a pregnant woman. You're going to hell. Thing is, at this moment, you think that she's just doing it for her research purposes, like she's risking her life and her baby's life for research. But, you know, I think it's an interesting little twist that, you know, she's actually saving her life, like saving her baby's life with this. Oh my gosh, this editing, it's so goofy. So in the first couple of minutes, you're kind of like, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, but that editing sent me. There are some moments, some CG and some camera work that is so hilarious to me in this movie. That's actually so sad. She didn't even get to touch her baby.
As a spider comes and looks at you like an animal.
Oh, come on, song choice.
Cassia lost the pulse. I'm starting compressions now.
Ben, what are you even doing back there?
Okay.
Oh, you want to come take over?
I have a confession to make. I did not realize that that was Ben Parker. I didn't know until like a week, 2 weeks after watching the movie, and I was seeing it like, this is how they kind of name drop Peter. I was just like, yeah, Ben. I just didn't pay attention to the surname at all. These abrupt cuts, I think it only does it for like the first half of the movie. It was kind of giving me a little bit of whiplash in the cinema, I'm not gonna lie. But I kind of get what they were trying to do. They're trying to show how confusing her abilities are. I'm trying to give it its cookies, okay guys?
You know what? Mr. Ben Parker here did all the work.
Ben Parker, see, they even say his name and I literally, it just didn't register.
Take it.
Nothing going on up here, guys, I'm telling you.
I'm her stepdaughter.
I saw her and I was like, they're gonna make her a villain. Doesn't she kind of look like in, oh god, the Batman movie with Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy? Didn't she start off like the nerdy girl and then they like villainify her and like the glasses come off, the hair gets jazzed up a little bit and like the cleavage be plunging? That's what I thought they were gonna do to her. We don't even get to see her using any type of, like, how do they even get abilities? We don't know. It's a teaser for a sequel, but kind of bothered me that we don't even get to see them. It's fine.
Kind of met someone.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's this one's name?
Aunt May! She's the one, baby.
And see what your future holds for you.
What if I don't want to know?
That's funny because of her powers.
Us strays need to stick together. Somebody's hungry.
I'm eating a leftover panini and chips, by the way. I've seen a re-edited version of this before it came out, and they deliberately edited it to look worse than it was. Is the editing in this movie good? I wouldn't say it looks the best. I wouldn't say it was as bad as what Twitter was trying to make it out to be, though. Oh!
Hey! Get in!
Damn, what a way to go. Oh, here it is! And so it beginneth. Oh my gosh, it's the whole movie. Wait, this is the whole movie.
The world to be in more than one place at
Oh my god, wait, we only need to watch this one scene. Because this is the entire movie.
Did I die?
Down 3 minutes before I fished you out.
Is it like 7 before you become a vegetable?
You need a real workup at a real hospital with a real doctor. You need a real workup at a real hospital with a real doctor.
Ben, dial it back. I'm fine.
How would you respond if your day was like repeating itself like this? I mean, she's kind of like a little bit snappy as a person, I guess.
Are you okay?
I mean, no, she's not okay. She kind of just died, to be fair, man. Honestly, I hate that he slept with her first, because that's just icky, man. Like, you know you're about to kill her. You slept with her first? Like, I don't know, man. That leaves an extra bad taste in my mouth. Because that's just gross. If you're gonna kill her, just do it, man. Like, don't sleep with her first.
They took my spider.
Is that actually coming out of her back, or is it just part of the costume?
New ways to find people. Kind of technology the National Security Agency has been pursuing.
Uh-oh.
What's your password?
and I'll stop the poison.
Did you have to sleep with her first, man?
Are you pressing the burgers?
I'm releasing the fat.
This is the dude, right? Later on. I wish we had more time with him. The death scene that he comes in later, I didn't feel anything. You know what was really funny though? When I was watching it, the person I was watching it with, I leaned over to them and I was like, you know who they should have killed off? They should have killed off her best friend, Ben. And I was like, that would have been more, it would have more emotional impact on us viewers because we've spent a lot more time with this character and because obviously that really affected her, that death. But obviously that was before I realized that Ben was Uncle Ben. So probably not. This is the only time we spend with this dude. I wish we had at least another scene with him because I didn't even realize until much later on that oh, that's the same guy, you know? Like, oh, he was the one flipping the burgers and we had one scene with him, one conversation, and we're supposed to like care when he died. Like, you have to work a little bit harder for that, sorry. Also, Peter Parker's mom being her threw me.
Ben is so excited about being an uncle.
Instead of saying, oh, Uncle Ben, they said, oh, Ben is excited to be an uncle.
Does it have a name?
We're saving that for one of the games.
And it's never revealed.
Well, my mother actually died in childbirth. But I grew up totally healthy. Death in childbirth is super rare.
Man, Dakota just plays awkward lady so well.
You guys are ice cold.
When that happened, I knew the scene was going to replay because it's a moment that you would remember, right? Always something like loud has to happen or something memorable is going to happen to mark the beginning of like a memory or of like a scene repeating.
The name is...
You know what's so funny about this whole scene? I did not get it. I did not understand why we had this scene. I was like, what a pointless scene. But it was literally just to not even name drop, like tease Peter Parker.
Great fireworks. It could blow up any minute.
Will you let me drive? I have a weird feeling.
I kind of like how confusing the editing is because again I think it reflects how chaotic is going on in her mind. God, it's like that movie. What was that movie with Sandra Bullock? And the days were like happening in the wrong order for her. Like her husband was dead on one of the days and then she was at the funeral the next day. And then the day after that, her husband was alive again. So she was experiencing like Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, like it was all in the wrong order and she thought she could save him because she was seeing like these numbers or something. And then at the end, she still didn't. Oh no, oh God, a good movie. It kind of creeped me out because I watched it quite young.
Come on, come on.
This sucks though.
Ben, help me.
Here's the thing. So she blames herself, so that's why this is emotional for her. I just wish it was with someone who we saw for a little bit longer so we also cared and we felt this instead, because at the moment she just feels guilt, but it's like he's also her friend, but we don't really care about that part of it. We just kind of see the guilt.
Their faces have been taunting me for years.
Here's what they should look like now.
How is it so perfect?
I came from nothing, less than nothing. I will not give up.
Why does it look like it's badly dubbed when he speaks?
Your eyesight is good.
But what about the visions?
Sometimes when we experience trauma, it can have a lasting effect. I will be recommending that you take a week off. Get some rest.
Wouldn't you send her to like a psych evaluation for something like this?
You can't change anything.
But you can, and that's the message of the movie. Here we go. That's the loud thing. There's always a loud thing to mark the beginning of a memory.
This isn't gonna change anything.
The slowed down. I love when movies do like slow-mo and stuff because I find it so goofy most of the time. That is a smart-ass bird. When have you seen a bird fly so gracefully out your window to go back into the world? Never. Absolutely never. They always freak out. They're like, oh my God, I'm in a room. No, I could go out the same way that I came in.
Anya Corazon is now moving onto the platform. Julia Cornwall is on the concourse. And Martha Franklin.
There must be something that connects them.
I kind of like how this all comes together, to be honest. It's like it was all meant to be. I kind kind of like this being the marker as well, though. Her taking off the jacket constantly, and then she has a vision the jacket's back on. Here's the thing, I understand what they're trying to do, but I do feel like this scene stretches out for just a little bit too long. But they're trying to build the suspense.
Get up. Get off. Get off. Get up. Me? Go. Get off. You're gonna die if you stay here.
So she was right though. It's kind of nice for her to have that confirmation that she did in fact save these girls' lives.
That's your emergency.
Spider Pig! Spider Pig does whatever Spider Pig does. Does he swing from a web? No, he can't, because he is a pig. Look out! He is a Spider Pig.
Am I on the right train?
I don't know, man.
Why is he asking her?
Wait, what? No, it's not for you. You don't understand. We're being attacked. We're being attacked. You're safe.
You're safe. Like, they're literally telling them, don't arrest her. Drag away. That was so cartoonish.
Climb on walls and dodge bullets. How is that even possible?
It's not. There's not enough frictional force in the bare human foot to overcome gravity and keep him stuck.
Okay, we get it. She's the smarty pants.
I'm Cassie. What are your names?
I'm Julia Cornwall.
Why would you last name?
Have identified the woman in her early 30s.
But you guys, what about them? He was crawling on the ceiling. What about that guy? I mean, you saw.
I love her. I don't know what it is. I just love how her voice is so like soft and she's like freaking out and it's just like, oh my god, guys, like you guys saw it. You saw it. I just love it.
You guys are the only ones that know what actually happened. This is what we're gonna do, okay? We're just gonna like lay low for a little bit.
Why don't you just go straight to the police and then they can tell them that you didn't abduct them? Right? I mean, that would be the logical way. I guess you wouldn't know whether people would listen to teenage girls, but considering, I don't know. My first line of thought, at least try it. And if it doesn't work, then run away.
You saved my stepmother, then you were super awkward about it.
That does sound like me.
I just love the way she delivers lines, man. I could just watch her all day.
I need to check some things out about all of this. You know, be, like a Girl Scout girl. Be that. Just be that.
Can you bring us some sandwiches? Cassie!
That's kind of funny. She's saying Cassie, because isn't that her name in Euphoria?
How would you know if you could climb a wall if you've never tried?
I mean, I've tried stuff like that before. I had a dream I could fly once, and I really thought it was real. I really thought it was real. And I told my friends at school, I was like, guys, I promise I can fly. I can. So I was like jumping off benches. I mean, everyone's tried it at least once, right? Maybe I could, you know, do the thing. Can I do the thing? Can I climb on walls? You never know until you try.
Diner? We spent some of Maddie's daddy's pollution money?
Hey!
We have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
That's a wig, right?
You're right.
That's a wig.
Yeah, whatever you guys are arguing about, I'm sure you're both making really good points.
Girl, right now? I mean, okay, teenagers, I guess.
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, girl, it's so obvious. I would be so embarrassed. And it's so obvious, like, you're doing this to, like, impress them. You know, I kind of like some of the shots. Disorienting, but deliberate.
We have to go.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Julia! Dude, what did he do? Oh, dude! Julia is finished! You know that this is gonna be redone. I didn't expect them to die here, to be fair, but then again, the issue with having powers that can let you experience something in the future and then go back to your checkpoint, it kind of takes out some of the kind of suspense in a way. So once we've done this once, I'm happy they don't do a fake out death again. Yeah, because you're just gonna keep thinking, well, they're not actually dead because she can just go back and redo it, you know?
I love this song. Sorry, I have to dance.
Is this not embarrassing? Sorry, like making a fool of yourself for boys? No, it's only fun if you're doing it with your girls and there are no boys around. But if there are boys there and you're doing it to like impress the boys, oh, I'm so fun and quirky. sorry, it's like, it's embarrassing. You're gonna look back and be like, I did that for boys? Not worth it. Get up here! Hey. Like, they're having fun, which is great. If the boys weren't there, I'd be rooting for them.
Alright, Spencer. We have to go. We have to go.
Why would you go out? You saw him come through that door, did you? You're just gonna go through the same door he came through?
Cassandra Webb, daughter of Constance Webb, deceased.
Did you say Webb?
Webb. I love that being the surname. I'm assuming comic accurate. That is so funny when the surname that they were literally born with and passed down through generations ends up being relevant to whatever superpower that they end up with. Because isn't Eric Lanshaw X-Men? Magneto. His name's not actually Eric. I'm pretty sure it's Magnus, and so it's just very close to Magneto. Then again, he would have been born a mutant, so maybe that's a bit different. But this is a surname too. Like, you can't choose that on birth.
Why are you doing this?
I need to stop them from killing me.
This is crazy. So does this actually happen? And then she gets reverted back. She remembers everything that happened in this moment, so she just doesn't go because she basically had a conversation that never happened, but she's the only one who remembers it or something like that. But it's interesting, like, because why is he switching in and out of his costume? Is it a dream? If it's a dream, then why is the information that he's telling her here accurate?
This guy's hands somehow release an acute neurotoxin. Then your heart stops. But you can offset cardiac arrest with CPR.
I kind of like this, you know, using her abilities as a paramedic, her knowledge as a paramedic, and the fact that you need to take over and you can't like miss a beat, you need to follow the same rhythm. Like, that's all real stuff.
I have to go and figure out what is going on.
You have to go to Peru.
I'll be back as soon as I can. Thank you, Ben.
Do you think they went in knowing what type of movie they were making? Do you think they were self-aware? Do you think that they think that this is a good movie? You know what's so funny about this? It's bad, but in like a way that is kind of difficult to explain, because I think it has like the bare bones for it to be a decent movie, but it's just lacking in certain writing. When we get to more CG parts in a second when she goes in the water, oh my god, I actually cracked up in the cinema because like it was so like there's just a couple of like plot holes, I think, and I said the pacing's good, but I think the pacing's good for someone who has a short attention span, because I do think partially the scenes kind of jump between the next thing that happens without much, like, it feels very sporadic in a way, but again, maybe that's intentional because all of this is the editing sporadic, maybe the pacing's supposed to be sporadic. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't come away from this movie thinking, wow, that was such a good movie.
She thought she was being protected.
By Ezekiel Sims?
His last name is Sims. I recently downloaded Sims. I spent 5.5 hours just creating the outside of my house. The inside is just, you know, when you have just enough for the deposit but no furniture. That's yeah, but the house is looking great actually. Maybe I'll insert a video if I have one. I took a little tour video. Maybe I'll put it in because I'm actually very proud of it.
Do you trust me?
Well, we don't know you. Oh, damn! It's giving the thing that she does in Doctor Strange.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Your baby has myasthenia gravis.
But I don't have a neuromuscular disorder.
There are some promising leads in the Amazon.
That's why you went there?
That is kind of nice, you know? Because her whole life she really thought
the spider venom did have healing properties.
It's kind of wild though. Did this actually happen? Wow, that's kind of wild.
You can use the web to be in more than one place at the same time.
I love how he says this to her once, and then when she decides to do it, it just works perfectly, and she knows immediately how.
And when you take on the responsibility, great power will come.
Ah, great responsibility.
Do you understand? Those girls cannot exist. They will try to destroy me, as I will you if you don't fight.
I always thought like it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, to be honest. I kind of wanted him to get away at the end, and then he like, or maybe we see it actually happening because he essentially made it happen. Like, what reason would they have to come after him other than the fact that he came after them first? Self-fulfilling prophecy.
He is not waiting, he's coming.
I don't get why he doesn't just leave them here. nobody knows that they are in this house, because if he knew that they were in this house, he would have come for them by now. They're not being protected by anyone. So them coming with him makes no sense. Why would you need all 3 of these girls here? How are they helping? They're not. He just has to drive her there. Honestly, okay, because they don't know how he's tracking them, right? They don't know that he's using the cameras and stuff. Fine. But if you don't want to be seen, maybe just don't leave the house.
He's heading southwest on
I kind of like that. They should utilize more Spider-Man shots.
Turn the lights green.
Turning all traffic lights to green.
Why is no one stopping? I like this little life. This little life.
What is that?
This little life. Hey, look at her just constantly hitting him with cars. Freaking Fast and Furious over this bitch.
Now!
Infinite potential.
I've always been a death trap, packed with explosives.
Again, we just see the whole movie again. I think that's the problem with when you have like an ability that lets you see the future.
He's gonna be here any minute. Here, take these. Put them in as many crates as you can.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am actually a little bit bored. I feel like I haven't been speaking that much because turns out I don't actually have that much to say about it. On first watch, I came away thinking this is gonna be a cult classic because it's so goofy and silly. But as I'm watching it now for the second time, I'm like a little bit bored actually. Maybe it's because I know when things are gonna happen, but I can watch certain movies multiple times and still be really, really invested in the story.
Go straight ahead when I say now! Get down! It's a dead end! Now!
Whoa! Kinda cool how she could time when the hole was gonna get blown up.
Make your way to the south side!
Pepsi Cola! Is that a sponsor? Oh wait, they got the shield! Oh, come on, Captain America! It's just goofy. I think that's what makes it so funny. It's giving kind of like early 2000s superhero movie.
Julia, get down!
Ooh, damn. Ah! And of course, every time, I should have said it earlier, but every time there's a helicopter in a movie, in an action movie specifically, I guess, it will blow up. Helicopters do not survive these movies.
Over here, asshole!
Oh, that's her skateboarding skill is gonna come in handy now for that 2 seconds. Oh my god, this is the bit, wait. Use the web. This is insane because she just suddenly knows how to do this. She's had no practice. She just knows. But this is silly because because he could just attack the main one. Yeah, exactly. Man, did she help them at all? So how does that power work when she's blind? Is there a point in her being in multiple places at once? How long is the distance? Is it short distance? Because how useful is that gonna be? She could be helpful in like giving secret messages to people, but like how useful is she actually gonna be in a situation after the end of the movie?
Come on.
Girl, you're like being kind of obvious. Does he know that she can see the future? Because if she's looking at thing, like clearly waiting for something to happen, she's not doing it low-key at all.
The girls were never your future. I was.
That zoom! Oh, that zoom was so goofy. Does he actually die here? You know, I kind of hope he isn't dead, because then the vision's still kind of true. Like that happened, but like he made it possible for that to happen. Instead of preventing it, he just, you know, self-fulfilling prophecy and all of that. Oh, her eyes are so wide open because this needs to happen. There we go.
Her heart's not beating.
You know what to do. Beginning compressions.
Hey, I kind of like it. I like it when things that happen earlier on in the movie come back into play later on. I kind of like that. Peter!
We're still here, Cassie.
Oh, so she can kind of still see, can't she, because of her visions?
I wouldn't be here.
So it's like it didn't really matter that she lost her eyesight.
Can you see us in the future?
Yes. Standing up for what you believe.
This is goofy. This is a goofy ending, man.
Discovering you were always more powerful than you thought. We'll be ready.
This is kind of sick. It's like a little teaser. So this is an Origins, to be fair. Okay, guys. Is there an end credits? I looked it up. There shouldn't be one, but no, there isn't. Okay, guys. Goofy ass, unserious ass movie. I did say I was a little bit bored this time watching it. I think, you know, your expectations going into a movie obviously heavily impacts your viewing experience of the movie. So when I first watched it, I wasn't sure what to make of it, to be honest. I was thinking maybe I'll love it, because I do love Dakota Johnson. Like, I just find her, I don't know, I just find her funny, man. Her line delivery just gets me. So I kind of went in hoping, and then I was watching it like, this movie's very unserious. But now kind of going in expecting it to be a little bit goofy, and it still was, but this time I was just a little bit bored, actually. So that's the second time viewing experience with you guys. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Did you go to see it in cinemas? Have you been waiting for it to come on streaming? Did you see it multiple times? What has your first impressions been, and has it changed if you've watched the movie now more than once? Very interested to know what you guys are thinking, actually, because I think it's kind of split down the middle. People think it's absolute garbage, or people that can sort of, I don't want to say, like, appreciate something that is so bad that it could be good. You know? Let's be nice to each other about it. We can have different opinions about this fictional movie, like it's okay. So some quick updates before we log off today. I am going to be continuing covering One Day, of course. I'm going to do 2 more videos on it. Going to do them 4 episodes at a time, so we can just get the whole thing out to you guys as soon as possible, essentially. Just to recap, I will not be covering X-Men, the new cartoon that's been dropping weekly for the past couple of weeks. There is a chance I may do it as a binge, but that won't come anytime soon. I'll probably wait till the last episode comes out before doing that, and even then it may not be on this channel that I drop it. Don't want to say anything else because I've got some things in the works, but I don't want to make any promises until it's actually underway. So just keep your eyes peeled for any type of announcements that I'm going to be making over the next couple of weeks or a month or 2 or something. But yeah, I think that is it for today's video, guys. If you wanted to hear more from me, my socials are also linked down below. That is my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok, and my Letterboxd account. They are all at Monica Katapusan, same as my YouTube name. And thank you guys for watching if you stayed until this point, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, munchkins! Oh my god, my entire system, like my lighting and my tripod, everything was gradually falling the entire video. I just went to check on it and I'm like, this is wobbling, this is at a precariously dangerous angle. That could have literally fallen and smashed on the floor at any point in this video. I am gagged. That was so dangerous. See, now everything's wonky because I was wondering why I was so wonky at the start. I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be like this. I fixed it on this bit. Didn't realize that the entire thing was off kilter. It wasn't on properly. I'm gonna go to bed because that was scary.